Hearing. We're going to start with Mr. Campoy. Oscar Campoy, if you please come all the way to the podium. You will be first, and then Ricky Cias, if you go to the chair there, the officer will show you where to wait. You'll be next, Mr. Cias. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Oscar Isaac Campoy.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a probation warrant from the Pinal County Superior Court, and it looks like they have filed a petition to revoke your probation there. The warrant issued on June 21st of 2024. I don't know why it took this long to hit the system, but now it has. And so I'm going to give you a court date in Pinal County and tell them to appoint you a lawyer. But if you're stuck in jail in Maricopa County, I don't think that Maricopa is going to let Pinal have you yet. So this is how Pinal gets in line to take you when you're done in Maricopa. I still have to give you a court date, though.
Okay.
So it's scheduled for this Wednesday, August 28th at 8:30 in the morning down at the Pinal County Superior Court. I'm affirming that court's order to hold you without bond. But practically speaking, if you're stuck in on another case, Pinal will be told you're not available for transport, but then once you're done in Maricopa County, whatever that means, convicted, acquitted, sentence, take a plea, a sentence, whatever it is, or if your case is dismissed, then Pinal will have an opportunity to come and pick you up and take you to Pinal. But I do have to hold you without bail. I'm affirming their order. Does that make sense? And your lawyer can tell you more about how it works too.
Okay, so I can't. So I have a bail here. If I were to pay the bail here,
then they would notify Pinal that you just got released, and Pinal, I think, generally gets a window of time. I don't know how long it would inter-county to come and get you. But you're right. Like if you were hoping to get a better release order in Maricopa and then you bond out, then Pinal will come and get you. You're going to still be no bond in Pinal, but if you get to Pinal and then they release you, then you would be out.
Okay.
All right, but talk to your Maricopa lawyer about everything at the bail hearing. They will understand and be able to give you some advice. Just say, I just got held no bond out of Pinal County. What does that mean? And you guys can make a plan. Okay?
Okay.
All right, just step to your left to get your paperwork. All right, Mr. Cias. And after that, Kevon Robinson, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Ricky Cias.
Thanks. Mr. Cias, you're here on a probation warrant. Looks like you're on probation for a Class 2 felony, and there was a petition to revoke your probation filed on May 21st of this year. It alleges that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get a copy of it from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is August 30th, which is this coming Friday, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. That will be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. And pursuant to law, you are held without bond in this case. So you're not going to get bond at least between now and when you see the probation judge on Friday. If you step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Mr. Robinson, Kevon Robinson, and then Carlos Medina Galvez, will you please go to the chair? Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Kevon Daniel Robinson.
Okay, thanks. You are here on a probation warrant from the Yavapai County Superior Court. Looks like you're on probation there for a Class 3 felony, and on August 21st, so 3 days ago, there was a probation violation petition filed against you there. And so I'm going to give you a lawyer in that court and an arraignment hearing of August 28th at 8:30. And I am affirming Yavapai County's order, which is a $25,000 secured appearance bond. Most other counties just issue a no bond warrant. Yavapai likes $25,000 warrants. And in felony probation cases, we don't know the cases. We're not going to second guess them. So I'm going to set that bail with release conditions. But just like the other defendant, did you hear me tell him, if you're still stuck in Maricopa County, they're not going to let Yavapai have you by Wednesday.
So I went to court yesterday.
Okay.
No charges were being filed. I got released yesterday and got reinstated back in probation.
You got page 2.
Got page 2.
Okay.
So
then if nothing's holding you in Maricopa, and if you can pay this bond, you can pay it, and you better be in court in Yavapai.
I can't pay it. So
okay, then they're going to have to come and get you. So if you're in custody only on this Yavapai warrant now, Yavapai will be notified, come and get your guy. And so whether that happens before Wednesday, I don't know. Hopefully, Yavapai is not that far. But inter-county transfer, I understand, can be complicated. So I just give you the Wednesday court date. If your transport takes longer, that Superior Court is going to bump the court date till you get there. But you'll be put in front of a judge when you get there.
So if the same thing happened here, is that the same thing that's going to happen up there? If no charges have been filed, technically I'm not in violation.
Well, I don't know everything that might be in your petition, meaning it's rare that probation just files a Term 1 petition. When they file the petition, they allege everything that you might ever have allegedly done wrong in probation, every missed test, every missed check-in, and they will file whatever they have. And so I have no way to know, based on what I have, exactly everything that's been alleged in that petition. So that's why you get a lawyer when you get to Yavapai to sort that out. Are they still pursuing probation violation against you?
They didn't say what terms I violated?
No, I have what's called a warrant hit, which is a teletype, and it confirms the existence of the warrant. I do not have a copy of the warrant. You will get that through your lawyer and a copy of the petition that was filed. Right. So this is basically to get you a court date, set the conditions, and get you on your way to Yavapai. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully that is in time for the August 28th date. So try to be patient, and this is what happens if you end up with felony charges in more than one county. This kind of popcorning goes on. So sorry, but
is there anything holding me back from going to Yavapai County?
Not that I'm aware, but check with the DOs after court. They can look you up to see if you've got any city things or anything else here at the jail. All right, thanks. All right, Mr. Medina Galvez. And then Brent Martin, will you please go to the chair? Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
My name is Carlos Medina Galvez.
Thanks. You're here on a new case. You got arrested for unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. It's a Class 5 felony, and there is probable cause for it. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is a status conference this Thursday, August 29th at 8:30 in the morning in the Downtown Superior Court with a preliminary hearing September 3rd at 8:30, same court. Your bond is $2,500. It is secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions and do not miss your court dates. If you step to your left, you get a copy of your paperwork. Okay. Mr. Martin, and then Alan Lona Flores. Will you please go to the chair? Good morning, sir. May I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Brent Paul Martin.
All right, thank you. You are here on a child support warrant from the family court. This warrant issued October 27 of 2022. So you get a court date in the family court, which will be this Friday, August 30th at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not appointing a lawyer for you because we don't do that in family court cases. This is technically a civil warrant. So you have a $500 cash purge, which is like a bond in that you have to pay it to walk out of the jail, but unlike a bond, you don't get it back. The court keeps it and puts it towards your outstanding child support debt. And finally, if you do pay it and are released, you must go on August 30th. People like to claim that they thought because they paid it, they don't have to go. That's not true. The cash purges are usually set at a fraction of what is actually owed. So, $500, if you pay it, be in court. If you don't pay it, the sheriffs will take you over for court on Friday. Step to your left to get that paperwork. Thanks. Mr. Lona Flores, and then David Martinez, will you please go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Alan Demetrio Lona Flores.
Okay, thanks. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for street racing or exhibition of speed committed within 24 months of being convicted for that offense, which makes it a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for that, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is a status conference September 9th, which is 2 weeks from Monday, September 9th, 8:30 in the morning in the Downtown Superior Court. Pardon me. Preliminary hearing, September 11th at 8:30 in the same court. That's 2 weeks from now. I'm going to follow the risk assessment score, which indicates that it is safe to release you on your own recognizance. I'm doing that because you don't have any criminal history other than a reckless driving conviction and a street racing conviction, which indicates maybe you're dangerous behind the wheel of a car. That being said, this is a probation-eligible offense, and hopefully you know it would be incredibly stupid to commit a crime while this is pending. So I'm going to release you. They don't accuse you of failing to pull over. That's what got the other guy to a $2,500 bond. and they don't specifically accuse you of weaving in and out of other cars and doing the kinds of things that would tend to indicate you need a bond. So I'm releasing you. You shouldn't think that that doesn't make it serious. Don't drive without a valid license. No alcohol. I think you're 19. No drugs without a valid prescription. Everything is on your paperwork. You need to be careful because if you were to commit this offense while this case is pending, you would be held no bond at this hearing. So I think, Mr. Delona, hopefully you can comply with your conditions and come to court. What do you think?
Yes.
All right. You step to your left to get your paperwork. Still takes a few hours to be released. That's part of the fun of being arrested and why you should avoid it.
Okay.
Good luck. All right, Mr. Martinez. And then Jordan Duval, we go to the chair. Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
David Lawrence Martinez.
You're hearing a new case. You got arrested for criminal littering, a Class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for that. I'm not appointing a lawyer for you, though, because we don't appoint lawyers in this kind of misdemeanor. Your next court date is September 11th, which is 2 weeks from Wednesday at 1 in the afternoon in the Arcadia Biltmore Justice Court. The address will be on your paperwork. You are released on your own recognizance. Go to court. We really will give you a bond if you don't go to court for this.
No,
Okay, what's your question?
Do I need to? Okay, no, there's no question. So I apologize.
Okay, no, right. And I think my guess is, well, I have guesses about.
I'm SMI, so I'm trying to understand what's going on.
Well, you got booked in for throwing a cigarette out your window. That is criminal littering. So don't do it. It's also like,
Yes, ma'am.
gross. But cops can pull you over for whatever they happen to see that they have probable cause for, even if they think you just look like somebody who might have a warrant, or
I think that's what it was.
I think so too, or they think you might have drugs in the vehicle or something. So if they scope you out for something like that, and then they see you commit a little crime, they can pull you over, and it's fully legit. And so the criminal littering goes forward. Go to court, you'll meet with the prosecutor. There's many outcomes for a criminal littering ticket. I just want you to know that, is it a small thing? Yes, although I personally hate that behavior, but it is a small thing. But if you don't go to court, you're going to get a bond. So just go. You'll probably never do another night in jail if you just show up and deal with it.
I always show up, and I apologize for wasting your time.
Well, you didn't waste my time. That's my job. You're the one who just spent a night in jail. So anyway, good thing you didn't have any warrants or whatever they actually were thinking you might have. So you take your paperwork, you'll be all done.
Thank you, ma'am.
And Mr. Duval, and then Armando Garcia, will you go to the chair?
How you doing?
Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Jordan Tyler Duval, 10.
You're here on a new case. You got arrested for reckless driving, a Class 2 misdemeanor, criminal speeding, a Class 3 misdemeanor, and driving on a suspended license, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. And you did do the kind of things that made me think very hard about giving you a bond. You don't have a license, and what they allege, pace the vehicle at 100 to 105 in a 65, 3/4 of a mile, cut in front of somebody that had to slam on its brakes. This is how other people die, and you get charged with reckless homicide. It happens. I see it. But that being said, right now, they're not listing any prior criminal history for you other than the reckless driving. I don't think you're a very good driver from the sound of it. You also don't legally have the right to drive. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You don't have the right to drive. You lost it. You can get it back,
Yes, ma'am.
but you don't have it right now. I'm going to release you because I don't want to fill up the jail with people like you if you'll just use your brain and go to court. You're presumed innocent, as I've told somebody earlier this morning. If we set bond based on how much we dislike what somebody was accused of, nobody accused of driving that way would leave here without a $1,000 bond. But I don't get to set bond based on how much I dislike what you're accused of. But I do. I just want you to know. September 10th is your court hearing, 2 in the afternoon. September 10th, that is 2 weeks from Tuesday. You are released. Do not drive without a valid license. It's a crime every time you do it, and they will jack you for an amount of fees you might be shocked to know, or maybe you already know, that the fees get so high so quick that if you don't stop doing it, you'll never get your license back. Pretty soon you'll be one of those people who cycles through and they get 6 months jail every time they do it because they've done it 20 times before. We see those too.
Yes.
So anyway, Mr. Duval, enough of the lecture. I just don't like the idea of anybody cutting in and out of traffic on a freeway, because I also do the cases for people who make other people die by doing that. So if you'll step to your left, you get your paperwork.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Mr. Garcia? Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Armando Garcia.
Thanks. Mr. Garcia, you're here on a warrant from the Encanto Justice Court. This is a post-conviction warrant in a reckless driving case, and it issued June 20th of 2022, and it looks like you probably owe them alcohol testing, alcohol treatment, and education, because this was pled down from a DUI. You owe them something, and undoubtedly also money. But you weren't picked up doing anything other than hanging around, possibly setting off fireworks. Go to court, okay? When I looked, I didn't see prior bookings for this case, meaning I don't think that you cycled in and out of the jail on this. You just didn't keep up with whatever you were supposed to do. You probably moved or you ignored them for 2 years. So I'm telling you to go. My name is now going to be in the record. We will be able to see that you came through the jail. Anybody who works here will go, oh, she released you. That means you came here and you still wouldn't go. So then you definitely get a bond, because if I can't get people to show up, you get a bond. I don't want to put a bond on you, but you have to go. Do you understand? I'll be looking to see anybody down here. We look for each other's names, and we're like, oh, well, jail didn't do it for you. So just go, okay?
Yes, ma'am. In my knowledge, I believe I took care of everything.
Okay.
I did the classes. I did paid.
Well, and sometimes what happens is they don't have the proof. They didn't process it right. So dig through your records. Take anything you got that shows you complied. Take it down there and sort it out with them. But
Okay.
if you don't go, that's when we're going to give you a bond. I just want you to go. And if you do, you'll probably never do another night in jail for this. You just need to you just deal with them, okay? It's on your paperwork. It's not for like 2.5 weeks, okay?
Okay,
So
thank
you'll
you.
be released. Good luck, sir. All right.